Okay, let's go over how to draw an evil grimace. There's a lot of different ways we can go about this, so let's get started, okay? You're going to know how to do this in 5 minutes, so let's do it. So, grimace has a rectangular shape, and that's kind of what we're going to do here. So I'm going to draw the curve of, top of the head. Going to pull down over here. All right, so we're going to pull down over here. And I'm going to pull out over here, right? So far so good, just that general triangular look. Curve around this side and down here. Kind of reminds me of like a tree, like a simplified Christmas tree. That's kind of pretty much the first thing that comes to my head. So a lot of the monster aspects are going to be coming from the inside of what we're doing here, right? So kind of like the inner portions of his features. So right off the bat, easy one would be his eyes. So right here, I'm going to go down. It's going to be making that angry look. And then over here on this side. Okay, so angry look right off the bat. Let's draw the eyes underneath, like so. And another kind of U-shaped curve on this side. Kind of an easy way to do that. Angry is always fun to draw, in my opinion. I think it's really exciting to kind of, I don't know, I really like drawing monsters, so I think it's really cool to draw that anger look a lot. I think other people are like that too. Let's give him some bigger eyebrows over here. Because he does have eyebrows, but we want to connect them into that anger thing going on, that anger expression. Right there. And let's give him a little bit of eyes right here. Very slit pupil eyes right there. See, already very angry look. Something that he's really known for is he has this kind of cleft in his mouth. And we can kind of exaggerate that. So maybe curve along the... Hey, let's take a quick break. And I want to tell you something that's going to take your art skills to the very next level. I understand that's pretty tough to do. But one of the biggest things that I had to struggle with when I was learning how to draw was finding different bits of information scattered all over the internet or scattered in different books or scattered through different people. While those can be good, I wanted to create something that pulls all that stuff into one area. And that is sketchmonsterart.com. Sketchmonsterart.com. Basically, there are certain questions that you guys ask that I answer there. So for example, it'll be something like, how long is this entire process going to take? How long is it going to take me to get good? Right? Or am I too old to start learning art? Or do I need to go to art school in order to improve? Basically, all these questions are answered there, and I'm going to be answering a new one every single week in a 5-minute article that really explains what it is. So that's all you need, and it's going to give you all these questions to these, all the answers to the questions that I constantly hear. Plus, there's going to be a lot of cool stuff like stickers, different ebooks I don't put anywhere else. There's going to be original artwork on there. There's going to be different lessons that I don't have anywhere that I put right there on that website, and a lot more. So I want you to give me more questions that you want answered on there because I'm going to be posting on that blog weekly. Thank you so much. Go check it out. The link is in the description. See ya. I like to mark kind of where the sides are, and I recommend it for you too. I want to mark where the corners of the mouth are going to be, just so you know where you're going to shoot for, right? Pulling down over here, and then he's got this cleft. Sorry if you hear my dog over there. Pull up right there, that cleft, and then pull down. It kind of looks like a W shape for the top lip, right? I'm digging that W shape. And then we're going to pull a line downward over here, so I want him to have kind of a big line down here. And a line underneath right here for the mouth. Line downward over here on this side. I like to have a little bit of the dark part of his mouth showing inside his mouth to make it look more like 3D, more dimensional. So I like to throw the dark and dark on each side. You can do that on a lot of different characters, so just kind of use that, you know, with anything you want. So the teeth right here, I'm gonna just draw them just a zigzag line right here, and I want the teeth to be long and skinny. So I'm making this like long wavelength like that, right? Over here, if he's making that expression, he's gonna kind of bend parts of his lower lip. By the way, don't forget to hit the like and the not just the like, but absolutely hit the subscribe. That makes a big difference too, because I'm still gonna be posting here through the year. I'm gonna be posting twice a week. Curve over here on the left, and curve over here to kind of like he's pushing his lips down, his jowls down. All right, so his hands are kind of out and about. We're just going to draw them out. So right here, I'm going to draw them out. Out. I still want those big, you know, goofy arms kind of flailing out. And then I'm going to have his feet together here at the bottom, which is kind of like a common grimace pose. And then I'm going to split it down the middle there. All right. One thing I want to go into is he's going to have sharp, and by the way, these are easy, right? These are just tubes. Think about his simple tubes. No different than anything else. Going to go over here now, and I'm going to throw claws, and I want him to look almost like, I don't know, like a tree or something. Those zigzaggedy claws out here, out over here, right there. Over here now for the feet, he's got the same kind of claws, almost like Grinch feet. That's kind of what I was thinking about. Right here, like Grinch feet. All right, let's do a couple of things on him more. What else can we do on him? Maybe draw thin line here around the corners here, just to kind of show a little bit of the dimensionality of Grimace. We have line under here, line under here, line under here, line under here. And we're pretty much almost done. I mean, a lot of this other stuff is going to be extra detail, which usually goes in the process. Detail is usually thin lines. And the reason you want thin lines, maybe around the side crack of his mouth, and the reason you want thin lines is because these are smaller little, you know, things going on that the human eye isn't going to detect right off the bat. It's going to sense it more. Maybe right here, up right there, you know, thin right there. These are secondary details, secondary things, so that they fall back. It's not the first thing you see. It is the things that add to kind of what you like, right? They add to the image, and the way they add into the image is kind of like, you look at it and you're like, oh, that's cool. And then you like look deeper and you're like, oh, wow, this is like a lot of, you know, like it just looks like someone spent time on it. It looks just tough to do, right? Lines over here. And again, you want it thinner so it falls back. Because if those detail lines were very, very thick, they're going to honestly just completely screw up the whole picture. Because it will. You're just going to not be able to stare at anything else if, like, let's say this little line on the, like, the foot over here is huge. It's just as big. And that's kind of what you don't want. Okay, that's pretty much the end. What I want you to do is I want you to stay with me. We're going to do another drawing lesson together, okay? So the more drawing lessons you do, the better you're going to get. And we're going to stick around here in this kind of horror-themed. I want this horror-themed all the way through the year, okay? So give me your ideas in the description, and I'm going to see you in the next video. So what I want you to do, though, right now, stay with me. Let's do another lesson right now together, okay? Okay, so that was amazing. You finished this lesson, but keep it going. Keep the art practice going by clicking this video right here. It's going to be within the same theme, and you want to keep it rolling to get better and better and better and get that art flow going. So click right here.